You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Sabres Zone.
Hi, good evening all. Welcome to the Sabres Zone, the video on the channel, if you're new here, that talks about what one of you had to say. I didn't have to look very far to find this one. I needed some sort of inspiration tonight, guys. I said, look, if I'm meant to do a Sabres Zone, I'm going to see something inspiring. Didn't take long. I seen it right away. I was like, oh man, this is perfect. I want to talk about this. Okay, shout out goes to Sab Tech, I believe it is, 3510, and here is the post. Good news is that the Sabres are consistently showing up now. Isn't that the truth, guys? Really, isn't that the truth? I was in a state of panic the other night because I was so upset we didn't win that game. I just was. And I hate to give the Maple Leafs free points. I can't stand it. Can't stand it because they are so ready, folks, to be picked off right now, Toronto. They're so ready. They're there for the picking right now. Their fans right now are finding out that, they all push Marner out of Toronto. Well, good for us they did, right? Because right now they look very vulnerable, Toronto. And it could come down to one game this year between the Sabres and Maple Leafs. Who gets in that wild card? We don't know. We just don't know. The Leafs could miss the playoffs this year. Anything's possible, guys, in this day and age. Anything is possible. So what Sabtech says here is that we're consistently showing up now. Consistently. Notice, guys, the last 6 games in a row, we could have won all of them, right? We could have won them all. Really, with a bit of luck in Montreal, if we didn't come out so crap in the beginning. But, there's a lot of things going right about this team right now. Since the bad start. You take away the 0-3, the Sabres are a pretty damn good-looking team right now. The last 6 games, 4-1-1, but they look more like 5-1. They should have been. I don't want to get into that. But, I'm excited again. And we've got the Jackets now, okay? And I think we're going to beat them. I just do. I think the Sabres are going to beat them. And I think they're going to win in Boston the game after, too. Like, the Sabres could be primed for a run right now, guys. They could be primed and ready for a run if this loss does not get into their head. Okay? But, like Sabtech's saying here, let me see if I get your name right. I don't know if Sab has anything to do with Sabres. Yeah, Sabtech. Okay. Like Sabtech's saying, they are consistent right now. We're coming out with good game after good game after good game after good game. I mean, we might have played one of our most consistent games live. We could have hit more in Toronto, though. In the Toronto back-to-back, we could have hit more, folks, okay? We should be hitting more. That's on Lindy, not on the guys. That's on Lindy to give that bench hell and say, get at them. Because you might recall they got at us at one point in the game. And it was weird. Toronto came at us, you might recall, physically for a while, and then they kind of backed off again. It's weird. Domi even on the ice wasn't even chirping us, nothing. It was bizarre. It just was bizarre. The team has no confidence right now, and we never should have lost to them. God. But the Sabres always have to learn the hard way, folks. Don't ask me why that is, but it just is. At least this day and age in our lives. Hopefully there'll come a time where the winds just roll off our back easy, and we don't blow like a wasted window of opportunity like Toronto has the last 10 years. Let's hope if the Sabres get there and we start winning and we're looking good year after year after year, and we're contending year after year after year, we break through. And we finally end the drought, the real drought, which is the Stanley Cup. So if we could go that route, I'll be really, really happy. But right now, look, I feel good about the team. I see a comment like this. It's true. It's just true. And it brings me right back to earth and calms me down. So Sabtech, thank you, because a comment like that just brought me right back. 20 people liked it. You know, I said, yeah, it's true. It's so true that the Sabres right now, it doesn't really matter. I got to get in my head win and lose right now. Believe it or not, guys. It's continue to play this brand of hockey all year long. Because if we do this all year, what we just did in Toronto last game, we're in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. Automatically in the playoffs, and probably most automatically passing the first round too. Like, the Sabres look good right now. They're big. They're standing up for each other, which I like. You know, that's nice to see. The only guy in space you're going to see having a coffee. That, folks, before I get back into the video, that is a Lens cup, in case you're ever wondering. What the hell is he drinking at? That's a Lens. When I started the channel, this is one of the things I bought before I did my first video, this Lens cup. I got me and Ross one, my stepdad. I got him one too, because he was all part of this when I was like organizing the lights and everything in the beginning, you know. Of course, all the lights have changed out since in the studio, but hey, you know, what Sabtech talks about is just us. I think it's in other language, in my English language, is Wayne, calm down. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. What sucks is there's a 3-point thing that we did last game. That's why I was so mad, because a 3-point swing in the standings we did. We should have got 4 points in those 2 games, and the Leafs should have got 0. Instead, we got 3 points and they got 2. So we picked up 1 point on them the last 2 games instead of 4 because of that last fluky goal they got. Frustrating as hell. But you know what? We're always in games right now. We're in games. We're not getting completely blown out, and you know, this is just not happening right now. So I'm sure we're going to see against Columbus, we're going to see Lyon and nets. I'm positive. I'm very doubtful they're going to go with UPL guys, and they should go with Lyon. If he looks really good, go with him again. Till UPL's been given a freebie by Lyon, we shouldn't be giving games to UPL. I get why they played him last game. Don't get me wrong, I do. But now we don't do 1 game on, 1 game off, 1 game on, 1 game off. This isn't 1980 with Sylvie and Edwards. No. We're not going to do that. It's got to be we run the hot goalie. We just keep running him till we say, okay, he needs to come out for a game or he needs a break, you know, one or the other. So, yes, I'm excited. Sabtech, I'm excited about this season. I am. I mean, it's 4-4-1. I told you guys I would take 5-5 in a heartbeat at the 10-game mark, and I wasn't lying. I was telling the truth. What I hate is we could have surpassed that last game. We could have surpassed that goal, but we can still surpass it against Columbus. I think the Sabres are going to win. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win their next 2 games. I mean, it's a long time since I've had this good of a feel about them. Really, it's been a long time, folks. I guess a lot of you are feeling this way. Aren't you getting confident with them? You know, just the way they're looking in games as a team, 60 minutes, they're just, you know, and we got good news, folks. Kesselring looks like he's playing in this game. So there's another thing to be optimistic about. I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you guys in a nightcap. See you then.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to ensure Dimension access.